Hello, hello, hello. I am Shakira Johnson.
And this is Taylor Kay on the mic.
And we are Women in Business International Radio. Be sure to tune in each and every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on Awesome God Radio.
And also check out our website at
www.wbiradio.org. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Women in Business International Radio. I am your fabulous co-host, Shakira Johnson, and my awesome partner, Taylor Kay, will be with us shortly. I am super, super excited because we have a phenomenal powerhouse with us in the building. None other than Mathana James Bright. How you feeling, Queen?
I am fantastic. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you all for having me.
Oh my God, it's such a blessing to have you. Oh my goodness. I was in a car and I was like, I remember the first time we met.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Look, you're like, no.
Well,
don't let me start lying. We were at the nail salon. I met you through Miss Loretta.
what? Oh, man. See, that's why you got to be kind to everybody. No matter where you meet them.
Yep,
when you
see?
meet them, you just never know what's going to happen.
Pretty much. Yep, she was like, have you met her? She is the owner of Heal Woman, Healer Nation. I was just like, okay, hi. All I knew is that I heard the commercials for the conferences on the radio, but I was like, I remember one time I was at my mother-in-law's house. She wasn't even my mother-in-law at the time. She was my boyfriend's mom back then. That's how long ago.
Listen, we get people married around here.
That's how long ago it was. And she was like, they're having something up at the Pikesville. It's for women. And so then I get in the car and I hear it. I'm like, oh, this sounds nice. I didn't make it, but she did. And she had a blast.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And this year will be 15 years?
15. Yeah, 15 years out doing the conference. 16 years and us moving, shaking, doing the thing.
Amazing.
I like to tell people I started when I was 15. Even though, that's not quite the reality.
Listen, that's our story.
Right, exactly.
Into it.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So if you have just tuned in and you are listening online via Awesome God Radio, welcome to another Tuesday. We are so honored to have you joining us, and we have another phenomenal show in store for you. If you are watching via Facebook, hey, do us a favor and hit the share button. We want to reach the masses. We have a phenomenal show in store for you. We are super excited. Constance Craig Mason, our WBI sister, says, hey, Kira. Hey, Mo.
Hey. Hey, Constance.
Constance, we hope you are feeling much better and you've been under the weather.
Absolutely.
And we pray that you are getting your strength restored, sis. We need you back at 100%. Because there is work for you to do.
Absolutely. And women like Constance are such a gift to the planet.
Yes.
All right. The way they show up with power and grace. Yes. You know how much we love and appreciate you.
Yes.
And so it's get your rest, because we know when you come back, you coming through knocking down doors.
Yes. She too is a powerhouse, and we're so honored to have her a part of our sisterhood. And she is just doing so many great things. And to have known her for as long as I've known her, it's just like, you're just watching her just blossom.
Exactly. All right.
Love seeing our sisters win. Love it. Absolutely love it. So Taylor Kay usually opens up with the quote of the day. However, I have the pleasure of bringing it to you. So if you are part of our mailing list, then you've already seen our quote of the day. And if you're not, be sure to log on to our website, www.wbiradio.org, and subscribe so you get all the latest updates and events and all the goodness that we have coming up. So our quote for the day is, every woman who heals herself helps heal all the women who came before her and all those who come after her. And that's by Dr. Christiane Northrup. And if you're just tuning in, I'm going to give you guys the quote of the day one more time. Every woman who heals herself helps heal all the women who came before her and all those who come after her. Again, that's by Dr. Christiane Northrup. If you like the quote of the day, feel free to give us some hearts. We love to get feedback from our guests. And if this is your first from our audience, and if this is your first time tuning in, put a 1 in the comments. All right. So, Sister Mathana, what do you think about that quote?
You know, I love it. It is exactly, because one of the things that shows up is the process of healing is an inside job. And we always think about, and I know because I've done it recently, as a matter of fact, it's like taking a vacation or going away or taking a break, wherever you may live in the world. And the best vacation, the most healing vacation, is the internal journey that brings us to wholeness. And so, yeah, I'm all for that quote.
Yes, absolutely. And it's so fitting simply because we have the co-founder of Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation right here in the studio with us tonight.
Awesome God Radio.
So exciting. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Make sure you guys hit that share button. We definitely have a phenomenal show in store for you. If you have questions, if you want to chime in with our quote of the day, in a few moments I'm going to share our question of the day. Our call-in number is 1-877-479-4473. Again, 1-877-479-4473. We have some great information that we're going to share with you, and I'm pretty sure you're going to want to chime in. So I'm going to post it in the comments for your convenience, and if I know my producer, he probably has it somewhere on the screen, and we are moving and shaking tonight. All right. Look, I posted it on my watch party. Now let me post it over here. Last week we had so many people calling in. We were like, ooh.
Yes, come on now. Come on, call in again.
Feel free to call in at any time. All right. So the question of the day, and we typically do this on Tuesdays because we call it Let's Talk Tuesday. Hey, we want to talk radio, and sometimes people have things they just need to get off of their chest. They need to vent. They need somebody to hear them. And so what better way than here on Women in Business International Radio. So our question of the day, we were asking people to tell us about a time where they needed inner healing and the steps that they took to gain that for themselves. And so Debonay, I'm gonna have to leave out here for now. Debonay Wyatt James, if I'm saying her name correctly. She was very transparent. So she's in the Women in Business International group. And so we posted it there. And yep, Debonay Wyatt James. Okay, I had it right. So she said it had been about 5 years since she had felt her best. And it was at that time that she had given birth to her last daughter. She was 40 when she gave birth and got married in the same year. She had put everyone else before herself and began to suffer. And so did her health and her marriage, and they got separated. Until one day she went to the doctor and he said she had high blood pressure. Plus, she was not enjoying life as she used to. So in 2018, she started making changes and putting herself first. Her marriage and health have been restored. Hallelujah.
Amen.
And she's been drastically changed. She changed her eating habits, and she does a plant-based diet. And she just shared how she realized that her attitude determined her altitude, and that, you know, she is definitely conquering now, and she's more than a conqueror now, and how she just had to go through that journey within herself. So it wasn't something her husband could do. They got separated. It wasn't something the baby could do. It's a new baby. So if you do want to chime in, you're telling us about your experiences with inner healing. We would love to hear from you and how the inner healing helped you to overcome different obstacles. So what do you think? You want to share about your inner healing story?
I don't know if we have enough time. I don't know if we have enough time. And I know the listeners can identify, so y'all don't be shy. Go ahead and call in. Give us a post. Let us know some comments and let us know. But most certainly, I think we all go through the same thing in life, just at different times.
Yeah.
And sure enough, even within the course of this last year, I had a very trying experience. And when I just made the mention of, taking that vacation and taking that trip, that the best healing is the internal journey. Because when we go away, we often come back to what we left. Okay? You know what I mean? And
That's definitely.
so for me, one of the things that showed up recently is I had become a foster mom last year. Got a 4-week, thank you, 4-week-old baby girl.
Oh my goodness.
And
she knew.
Yeah, she was brand spanking new, straight from the hospital.
Oh wow.
And our intention, of course, is to adopt. That's one of the things that we, of course, would love to do. And everything looked good. And then tragedy struck. Her mom passed. And after desiring something for 13 years, to think you are right there at the precipice of it, and you know it's early in the journey, so you have these battling, convicting emotions and feelings, to then have it come to no. The answer is no.
Yeah.
Not for you. Not this time. Not this one. It becomes a journey then to come into the space of what now?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do I do now? How do I move with this? And so it was difficult for the entire family. Everyone, family, friends, everyone who had met her, had loved her, and was a part of that process with us for almost 8 months. Then to now come to the other piece. And during that time, feeling depressed, feeling like nothing is going well. Why is this happening? All of those challenges. And what I could say to my sisters who are listening, who I know, right, are going to go through, if they have not already been through, some challenge, some circumstance where the healing has to come into play, is be gentle with yourself in your journey. Allow that process to happen. Allow for the power of grace. I shared this recently, that I felt like I was being buried, like everything was dying, it was dead. What's going to happen to my marriage? What's going to happen to these close relationships I have? How will I ever move on from this experience?
Right,
and
definitely traumatizing.
Oh yeah. And the thing that I decided through communing with God, trying to find those answers, working through that healing process, and still doing so, is that it wasn't necessarily that I was being buried. Nothing was dying. I had to be planted. So I was in darkness either way, but I was looking at my darkness without the correct lens.
I just got chills. Wait a minute. She said, I wasn't buried. I wasn't dying. I was being planted. You know what? Look, Constance, look at you. She all up in the Kool-Aid, and she know the flavor. She just said, tell them about the being buried or planted. That thing took me out of here.
Yes.
That is fire.
That is that piece. It's like, you think it's no more. You think it's gone. It's over. That, oh my gosh, I'm being stripped away and everything is being taken away from me. But what was being taken away was to make room for more. If you think about a plant when it's been buried, right? The plant, you don't think about the plant being buried. You think about it being planted, tree, flower, root, bush, doesn't matter. The things that come after, but the thing before it can break the surface, it's got to fight through the shell of the seed. The tightness of that small space, because there's something bigger in the process. And so if we were to break out of that space, right, we still go down further. We go deeper before we can rise. And there comes a time, I believe, in every woman's life, that there's going to come a time where you've got to go down. You've got to go into the darkness to see the light. And that is the moment of being planted and not necessarily buried, because then you produce fruit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah, okay, maybe that question of the day, honey.
All up in the... Listen. Woo.
That question of the day.
And look, that's just the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm not sure if you know, but I am one of the co-authors in Reposition Crowns.
Woo-hoo.
And so in the book, it does talk about my experience with rejection in terms of a relationship. And so something that I've actually probably never shared publicly is my journey to inner healing. And I honestly say that my chapter in the book doesn't really, it doesn't even really graze the surface of what that experience was like. So I ain't gonna give you everything because y'all gonna get this book.
That's
but
right.
what I am gonna talk about is my journey to inner healing.
Yeah.
So literally dying, like thinking that this was probably my longest relationship, and in my mind it was already. This was our life was going to be. It was totally the opposite. It did not happen that way. And I now had to figure out how to live life with this new plan, because now everything has just shifted. And so in my journey, I learned what I like. I learned what I don't like. I learned what I would accept. I learned what I would not accept. And I had to learn how to be alone. There's so many people when relationships fail, they got to fill that void. And they got to be with somebody, and it's not the right somebody. And so there was even a time in that I had tried with somebody, and it wasn't the right somebody. But in my inner healing, I figured out who I was, what I offered, and it took time. It's not no microwave process.
Exactly.
There were days I could not get out of the bed, but I just had to remind myself of who I was and what I was capable of, because mental abuse was something that I struggle with, and so some of those things came out in that relationship on both ends, and so it was just messy, right? But it molded me into who I am today. And after that relationship ended, Kira's Couture Boutique sprouted forth. After that relationship, a few years later, Women in Business International came to fruition, and I never even dreamed of doing any of these things.
Right.
I was set to go. I wanted to open a daycare. I promise you, that was my only goal the whole time I was in a relationship. Oh, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna get my degree. I'm gonna own a daycare center. Bada bing, bada boom. Had a name for it and all that stuff. I don't have a daycare center right now. I have 2 businesses though.
Exactly.
And it's just like, wow. And so take the time, no matter what the trauma, the tragedy, whatever it is, take the time to do the work. You are not being buried. You are being planted.
Yes.
Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to fall back in love with yourself. Debonair Wyatt, she said she had to fall back in love with herself. It wasn't something that baby girl could do. It wasn't something that hubby could do. She had to fall in love with herself. Listen, Taylor K is in the building. We are going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have more with our featured guests, Sister Mathana James Brightful, and our fabulous co-host, Taylor K, will be joining us. You guys keep it locked. You are listening to Women in Business International Radio. hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome back. You are listening to Women in Business International Radio. Telica, you just gonna leave me hanging like that?
My bad. You know I'm trying to get in the flow since
I
I'm
thought we
running
was
a
finna
little behind.
harmonize.
Normally we do.
Welcome, Taylor K.
Oh, thank
Another
you.
Tuesday.
Thank you. Yes,
How you
yes.
feeling today?
I'm feeling wonderful. How about yourself?
Feeling good, but you sure is looking wonderful over there.
Oh, thank
my,
you.
my. Did Mr. Damon see you coming out the house looking all glamorous?
One of my seniors at my site said the same thing.
Mm-hmm,
I'm going to call your husband. Did he see you coming out the door?
I know he listening because he a faithful listener.
All right.
Mr. Dame, she extra pretty today. Find out y'all got a day after the show. How was your week, Taylor K?
Oh, it was awesome. Awesome.
Anything special happened this week?
This week, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Well,
did you
one thing
attend-
special happened. I woke up this morning.
Well,
God
well,
continues
most
to
definitely.
bless me day after day after day.
Absolutely. Well, I did see pictures from our WBI sister, Latanya Smith Murray. She had her grand opening.
Yes,
for her
that was
boutique.
amazing. Yes.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be
Congratulations.
there, but I am so proud. So proud. Her brand has come quite a long way.
Yes.
And so they're doing amazing things. And so it's called Diamonds and Roses Couture. And they are located in Towson. And if you get a chance, I'm going to pull up the address. We definitely invite and encourage you guys to come on out and support.
And then one of our members became ordained.
Ordained
an
elder now. Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, Elder Tamara Hawkins.
Yes.
She is one of the founding members of Women in Business International, and we are super proud.
And her business is Fit Hawk.
Yes, and she.
I got it right.
You did. and she is a Herbalife consultant, and she does meal planning. She's phenomenal.
Okay.
Got the address for you guys. Diamonds and Roses Couture, located 31 Allegheny Avenue, Suite 205, Towson, Maryland 21204. And make sure you tell Latanya WBI sent you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It's been so many phenomenal things happening with our group members.
Yes.
God is so awesome. And it's we feel like proud mamas, like just watching them just blossom.
Birth.
Yes, their businesses are growing, and so many great things are happening in 2019.
It's amazing.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes,
I think
yes.
Constance has an event coming up on
I believe it's on
Saturday.
the 20th. Yep, she has her Who's on Your Financial Dream Team event, and I believe some of our other WBI sisters are going to be a part of the panel.
Yes.
So, Constance, do us a favor, drop the information in the comment section if you're still watching. And we definitely look out if it's not sold out. It's every time.
Every time, right?
Every time
Yeah,
it's
every
always
time.
it's always sold out. But
Well, that's how Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation is going to be this year.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
wait.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yes.
But don't worry,
We
we're
are
going to give
claiming
everybody a chance to come on and join us.
So you better
Most
get those
definitely.
tickets soon.
Absolutely. Just a few upcoming events. On Thursday, July 25th, we are hosting Thriving Business Thursday. I'm so excited. We have a new member of Women in Business
Yes.
International. She is none other than Sharia Young. She is an entrepreneur, a singer, a teacher, and an author, and she will be honored as our newest member. Also, we got two, not one, but two of our awesome God Radio sisters
Yes.
being honored this month. We've got Brianna C. Cabell, aka Breezy, from the Uplift Show. And then we have Kat Williams from the Good Life Show. I'm sorry, Kat Wilson. Jesus. Kat Wilson being honored. And so we are super excited. So we can't wait to see all of our AGR family in the building as we celebrate. Not to mention we have a host of other phenomenal women. To view all of our honorees, if you haven't seen them during the break, they are located on our website, www.wbiradio.org, on the Thriving Business Thursday have. So far, we have about 9 women who are being honored
Yes.
on Thriving Business Thursday. Every time I see them post, I'm just like, oh. We are just growing by leaps and bounds, and it is so exciting because we get to touch the lives of women by every means necessary.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
the joy on their faces when they walk away or when they're giving their speeches, even though half the time they're like, I wasn't prepared. You're going to get up here. You're going to tell us about your business. Oh, my God. But it's such a rewarding experience.
I think some of the most rewarding part of it is actually hearing their stories and hearing where they began with us and how they've been able to grow and navigate through us helping them. And that's amazing because it's like, okay, God, thank you, because He put us here to do this.
Absolutely.
And He's watching us do
Absolutely.
what He wanted us
I feel like I
to
need a
do.
clapper. I should have brought one. Should have brought a clapper. All right, Constance, virtually clap for us.
Yes. Our amen corner.
Because the work y'all are doing is so powerful. There cannot be enough of us. We can talk about billions of people on the planet. That's a dream in every person.
Yeah.
And when you talk about passionatepreneurs who have multiple dreams, and there is a person tied to every single one of those visions. So I'm proud of y'all. I was like
thank
in the room,
you.
like, doop, doop, doop. I
Yeah,
love
look,
it.
we feel the same way. Iron
Yes.
sharpen iron,
Yes.
sister.
Yes.
Yes. I'm like, just to watch you from a distance and just like, oh, just in admiration. And then to see you at events and then to have you on our show, it's just like, wow, this is definitely someone who is impacting our communities, who is helping to change the lives of women and touch women in all facets. And it's just like, wow, it's just, whew. And then we
Yes.
come together. My.
Absolutely.
We're going to show them
amazing.
how it's done because, see, some women feel like they got to stay in their corner and they, and they too good for this person or that person.
Right.
But we're going to show them that we're going to all work it out
Yes.
That's right.
and help each other.
That's right.
So that us can support us and we all win at the end.
Absolutely. If you think about it, that's collective rising.
Yes.
That's collective rising.
Definitely.
If I'm weighing myself down by trying to hold you back, that mean I gotta be back there with you,
Come on now.
right? So instead, let me do me,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna watch you do you, and we're gonna be like geese. We're gonna get in formation. We're gonna honk so that whoever's in front at that moment, we got you, sis. So if you fall to the wayside, we got you. If you want to keep pushing, we got you, and we're gonna keep that encouragement going. And I think that is one of the things that need to be replicated, because
That's
if we
right.
can do it as adults, then we will certainly and surely be able to show it to our girls, and
That's
it goes
right.
faster, sooner, quicker.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, I read this quote yesterday, and it said, "Blowing out someone else's candle doesn't make yours shine any brighter. Doesn't make
Doesn't.
yours shine any brighter. So let's keep each other's candle lit.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, let's light more candles.
that's it. It doesn't diminish my light to put a little light on yours,
Not
to
at
help
all.
light your candle, keep you moving. Right?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. Before we move on, we have a few other events coming up that we encourage you to be a part of. So Women in Business International and Awesome God Radio will be a partner with Hug Don't Shoot for Hands Across Baltimore.
Yes.
Listen, if you don't hear anything else we say, we definitely encourage you guys to come out and support. We want to promote peace in the streets. I am
Yes.
so tired of seeing Murder Inc. updates every day. Somebody is getting shot down,
Well,
gunned down.
Finally, they did post this poster, so that was a good thing.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Thank you,
because
Lord.
they, sometimes you see so much negativity that you just don't want to tune in. I know for
Right.
myself.
Right.
So when I was able to see that they did post this flyer, it kind of gave me a
Yeah.
little relief. Like,
Yes.
there's some good being done and be more, but we as the media have to do a better job of getting that out there and not just the
Absolutely.
negativity.
Absolutely. So we are asking everybody, youth groups, women groups, men groups, you just name it. We are asking you guys to come on out. We will be at the corner of North and Charles Street, recording live.
Yes.
Look,
Going live.
Going live
On Awesome God Radio.
Awesome God Radio. It starts at 6 p.m. And the vision, I love the vision. The vision is to have a line of people holding hands from the east side of North Avenue to the west side of North Avenue. Could you imagine?
Wow.
Yes.
What a
Wow.
day it will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Women in Business International had the pleasure of being a part of the first Hands Across Baltimore, and we are so excited that we're going to be a part of this next one. Save the date, mark calendars, August 3rd, 6 p.m. We will be out in the community. Last but certainly not least, Legacy Love Inc. is hosting a school uniform drive on Saturday, August the 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it is in sponsorship of Baltimore City Public School students. Last year was a complete success. Women in Business had an opportunity to be there.
They did not meet their goal.
They exceeded.
Yes. In
Yes,
Jesus'
yes.
name. Yes.
So they're looking for uniform colors: blue, khaki, black, burgundy, you name it. And it's for school students of all ages. For more information, you can log on to legacylove.net. Oh, yes, but I figured our fabulous guest would share that with our audience. So without further ado, I need to officially introduce.
Yes.
But did y'all see that Constance says that the event sold out, by the way?
Wow.
Of course.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Amazing.
Super proud.
Well, look, what else did we expect? you know?
Yes.
But that's what it's all about, and I'm so excited because they give out good stuff, and lots of vital information. I know when I attended, there was a lender there was real estate and financial planners and all that great stuff. So it's definitely going to be amazing.
Yeah, she's going to have an accountant there, none other than our WBI
Yes,
member Olivia from Right Choice Booking and
bookkeeping,
and a strategist, DeAndrea Cohen.
Yes, DeAndrea Cohen's from Business Squared LLC. Thank you, Taylor Kay. So awesome. So on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mathana James Brightful is described as energetic, passionate, and inspirational by audiences across the globe. A professional public speaker for over 15 years, she has logged over 40,000 hours on stage. Sister Mathana has honored speaking requests at numerous conferences, community programs, and schools. In recognition of her works, she has appeared in publications such as the Daily Record, Ebony Magazine, Be What I Want to Be Magazine, and the Afro-American newspaper. She is an Amazon best-selling author, and her most recent publications include Engage, Inspire, Prevent, Strategies for Educating Teens on Sexual Violence, and Speak Up, the ultimate guide to dominate in the speaking industry. Sister Mathana is also the co-author of Because I Am a Queen, 100 Affirmations for Daily Living, and co-founder of, look, we need a drum roll,
Yes.
Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation, Inc. Sister Mathana holds a bachelor's degree in journalism from Morgan State University.
All right.
day.
Go big.
And a master's in human service administration from the University of Baltimore. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to some and introduce to others Sister Mathana James Brightful, author, speaker, and co-founder of Heal a Woman and Heal a Nation.
Yes.
Welcome!
Thank you very much. Round of applause. Thank you. It is such a pleasure to be here. Thank you all. It's an amazing opportunity again, and I don't take it lightly.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, definitely. So, tell us, where did you start out? Like, you're doing so many phenomenal things. What did you start off doing?
Oh my goodness. I think so. When I look at Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation, what many people probably do not know at this point is that it started off as a pamper party.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I was running for Miss Morgan State University before I even won the title. You know, of course, again, go Bears all day, every day.
Look, wait a minute.
And as you know,
She said before she won the title.
before I won, you know, I had this idea. I was reading a book and saw the words "Heal a Woman, Heal a Nation," and I was like, "Man, that is so powerful." And I kept getting confirmation in other spaces. There's a quote that's attributed to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that says, "A nation can rise no higher than its woman." Right? What? Pause on that.
Right.
Wow.
when you elevate the woman, you elevate the nation, the community, the world. And you think about, who those first teachers are, the first person to give you your medicine, the first person to give you that sense of love, security, and safety. It is a woman.
That's right.
And that doesn't change. It's not to diminish or say that men don't have their place, because they certainly do. And I love all the men in my life. There's something about being a woman.
Yes.
And so that idea of women's empowerment and economic empowerment was the platform that I ran on as Miss Morgan. And when I won the title, then I had to do something about it, right? So we first did a economic fair, and black businesses, and all the businesses that were featured were from with fellow students. So everybody who was there was in fact a student at Morgan that wanted to run their business, that had a business up and running, and that we did that in the fall, and then that spring was supposed to be a pamper party. Well, very quickly it stopped being a pamper party and evolved into a day-long conference.
Wow.
Where it was entertainment and workshops and everything. Like, it was so much that a year after I graduated, because I was 19 when we started planning, to give you some reference points. And at that time, prior to coming on board as co-founders, it was my sister and my friend, Monica and Nance and Dr. Maria James, who, again, was 18 and 17, right? Because they're both younger than I am. That was just like, oh, I'll help you out. So we did the conference. I graduated. It was over. When you think it's done, when you think it's buried and complete, just to realize later that you were being planted. And what I didn't know is that it was an olive tree being planted. And if you know about olive tree, if you know what can happen with what it produces and how long it takes to mature, an olive tree can take 5 to 10 years to mature. It will give you 5 years, become a sapling, and then 5 to 10 years to actually mature and produce fruit. So at that time, what happened was the director of student activities, I will forever lift her name up, Vivian Ryan, said, why don't you come back? And I said, come back for what? I graduated. I am done. I am complete. I have the degree to prove it. Okay. And she said, no, it was amazing to see what you put together and what you all did. Why don't you come back and do it again? And that amazing woman did that for an additional 3 years until she passed away.
Wow.
And when she passed away due to complications with a type of cancer, leukemia, the day I didn't even know she was sick, and she called us. She knew she was sick, but she called us back to come back and do the event again. And we were planning and getting close, and she wasn't around. It's like, keep going. She said, you can have what you need. And we got to the day of the event, did a big poster. We turned everything into a card for her, and everyone signed it and sent it to her. And her daughter, most people may know her name, April Ryan, White Horse correspondent, and so on. She called and said, thank you all so much for giving that to her, because the conference was in April and she passed away that May.
Wow.
And that was 2007. And upon her passing, and the women in our community saying, oh, this was amazing, what's the next event when we get together again? And I'm like, this one enough for you? I mean, this is a whole thing. You mean you're not complete?
Nope.
That is kind of where that process began. And I'll tell you that even before coming up with this idea, I was mentoring girls and young men, but predominantly focused on girls. And we would, have almost 100. I think we had 90 students overall, so it was a split in there. But we had more girls than we had boys, and constantly having this conversation that we just talked about this. Okay, you got it, but then you go home, and then you come back, and it's like, wait a minute, what happened?
Right.
Well, they were going home and they were getting things from mom, aunties, cousins, big sisters. That was contradictory to what we were addressing. So it became clear that it had to be, yes, we've got college students and we've got some of these adult women. We've got to do a holistic approach. So that's kind of where we began, how Healing to Heal Nation began, and what started off as a one-day conference is now a full 3-day weekend.
Praise
An international organization with amazing members, many of whom you all know. It has blossomed. The oil is coming from the tree.
Yeah.
And I can't be more grateful.
Amazing. My goodness. So, when you talked about the geese, I was thinking about when we were just at the Love Doesn't Hurt open forum, and now I'm telling y'all missed it. She was just up there like, y'all. First of all, I love it. I'm very visual and kinesthetic. Yeah. So I love it. Everybody, and information.
Yes.
It was amazing. But
Well,
I know
thank you very much.
It was. Thank you.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority
Incorporated, who hosted the event.
Yes,
It was
yes,
truly
yes.
wonderful.
It was. So at that time, we talked about people were talking about overcoming different traumas, related to sexual traumas and things like that. Did you want to touch on how, I know we were talking earlier about inner healing and things like that. Did you want to touch on maybe overcoming some of those things? Because that thing was,
It was interesting.
powerful.
Yeah, what's interesting is that no matter where I go, right? I was at a conference one time. I was in the South somewhere, I think Texas. It was a business conference. And with men, women there. It was full-on business conference. I didn't say a word about any of my work around sexual violence prevention.
Right.
And yet and still I got disclosures. In the middle of a hallway, I have a woman telling me about how she survived intimate partner violence. I still remember because I had on y'all know I love colors. So I had on this like bright neon greenish whatever top, and hers was a little similar. And I think that's what we started with. We started on clothing. And then, what do you do for business? And her business had nothing to do with trauma.
Right.
Wow.
And what it taught me is this: after spending 14 years now in sexual violence prevention and helping amazing people tell powerful stories with purpose and conviction and commitment, is that you have to understand trauma and how it affects our communities.
Absolutely.
No matter what line of work you are in.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
No
Oh,
matter
yeah.
what. I don't care if you sell purses, okay? Or if you are, in fact, curating a room of women, or if you detail cars, I promise you somebody's trauma story is going to be connected to what you do in the world.
Absolutely.
And so understanding the power of our healing from trauma, that's actually one of the things that we find a way to incorporate, because that personal development, that inner healing that we started this
Yes.
conversation with, often it is unpacking somebody else's story. And those of you who can't hear me, can't see me rather, that are listening online, I'm literally have a hand behind my head and I'm making it talk, right? Because I want this conversation, this tape that begins to play of a story that was never ours.
Yeah.
Somebody else's is a bad dub if you think about it, okay? That our true voice is trying to come out, but there's a tape over, right? That's somebody else's message. Somebody who may not have loved us the way we wanted to be loved. Somebody who may not have seen our value.
Yeah.
Somebody who didn't understand the divinity and the assignment that has been placed on every single one of us. And so they wanted to dumb down. They wanted to quiet, to squash the loud voice of purpose within each and every single one of us. Many of us have had that.
Yeah.
And so understanding and unpacking that trauma so that we can rise, not even also often in spite of, but with it, because of. It doesn't go away. We learn how to be our best selves and understand that that was a moment that we can define, and it's not a moment that will define us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely understanding trauma, understanding how it works and how it impacts our ability to, again, just kind of, I have this conversation of ceiling in my head. I'm gonna figure out where that's coming from. To remove the ceiling
Yeah.
that is often placed right above our heads, and we think we've got some place to go, but unless we break through, then we often feel broken.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. That. Woo, my Lord.
Preach. If somebody is not tuning in tonight, they are.
missing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think that once we do the work for the inner healing and we just identify what our struggles are. So we did a think tank with our members on last week, and it was so phenomenal because we identified our strengths and our weaknesses. And a lot of times, it's easy to talk about the strengths. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we do this well, we do that well. But it's a little more, it makes you more vulnerable to have to share the weakness or the things we're not as strong in and all of that good stuff. So I feel like if once we identify what it is that may be holding us back, causing us not to want to leap, not to want to move forward, whatever it is, once we identify that and how we can work through that, oh man.
Oh
Can you
yeah.
imagine? Look our world.
Yes. I talk about a person in their environment all the time. And as you were sharing your story about the young ladies going back and being in that same environment, and then you come and you fill them back up again, and then you send them back
And
out,
then back out.
Yeah.
and then they go back to those. People don't understand the effect that an environment can have on a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
People don't understand the effect that a person can have on another person. You know, it's so deep. And if you know, like so many times when I look at the news and I hear about somebody with a gun, or I hear about somebody robbing someone, murder, rape, you know, I think, what happened to that person?
Right.
What happened to that person? Because
Yeah.
we forget it's two people involved.
Right.
And a lot of times we want to call that person a name, a thug, a this, a that. But guess what? Most of the time they're crying out for help.
Right.
And instead of us calling them a name, we have to look at ourselves and say, what did we do? Or what didn't we do to give them the support they need so that they wouldn't be in that situation?
Right. That information should get you in formation.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right? Once you receive information, it should make you get into action and do something. And so for those who are missing, I'm saying information should get you in formation.
Yes.
It should help you align with like-minded people, because the thing about learned behavior that is negative is it can be unlearned. And if negative things can affect a person in an environment, then so can positive.
That's right.
That I believe that every single one of us, you know, we have our own atmosphere, if you will, and therefore I get to set the temperature, not just take it. So how am I going to enter into a room, enter into a space, and adjust the temperature to where I believe it should be for the better always? Versus just saying, ooh, it's a little chilly up in here. I don't think this is, so can you adjust the environment? Can you leave it better than the way you found it? And I think that's exactly what you're saying, Nicole, is that piece about pushing and making things better than we found it. Don't leave it in that way. You have information now, so let's get in formation.
But how about, now this is something that I'm a little stickler on, and it really bothers me, but heal a woman to heal a nation is so powerful. And there's so many women and young girls who could really benefit from coming.
Yeah.
But you have those that, you know, sit there and have the opportunity to be there and don't take that opportunity. What would you tell them? What you know, because it kind of frustrates me, because you want them to have it. And this is my problem. You know, I had my BSW. And one of the things that I had to learn during my internship and with working with clients is, you know, sometimes the social worker or the person, me, wants more for the people than what they want for themselves.
Absolutely.
Can you...
The greatest gift I believe we can help someone with is to help them to have the ability to see themselves clearly. That is the greatest gift that we can often give someone, because I can't do for you more than you can do for yourself.
That's right.
But if I can help you see clearly who you truly are, then what are you going to be willing to do for yourself? How are you going to be able to get out of your own way? You owe you. I don't owe you. You owe you. And I, as a spiritual person, as somebody who believes in a higher power, I believe that you owe something to you, because we have a divine responsibility to live well.
That's right.
To serve well in the world, to accept abundance as it comes your way. I promise you, I was studying, and I study all forms of scripture. I don't care what, let me get my hands on it. Let me read it. Let me parse it. Let me understand it. And I was correlating in the Bible where it talks about us having to do well and use the fruits and use the gifting that we have. And I was looking in the Quran, like, is there something in there that says the same? And there is. There's a scripture that actually says, in the Quran, it says, what is wrong with you that you won't accept the greatness that God has for you? Paraphrasing. But that's the essence of what it says, right? What is wrong with you?
Right.
That you won't accept the greatness that God has for you. If you have the ability to get information, to hear about an opportunity that you will know will make a shift in your life or someone else's life, do not let excuses stand in your way. And I promise you, one of the things we have made a commitment to as in Heal Women's Nation and Women in Business International, I know, because I know how much y'all could be charging for some of these programs and events. You already
Say it a little louder.
Okay,
sis.
okay. After 15 years of doing this, I already know what you could be charging.
Yeah.
Just like I know what we could do, but we create spaces. So our 3-day weekend, we call it the homecoming.
Oh,
Because
right.
one, we missed a year, we took a break, and also women are coming from across the nation, right? That this is our chance. That you may not have seen your sister in Seattle, right? Shout out to Yashi because she hit me up, was like, "I'm buying my ticket, I'm coming, I can't
All
wait to be with you all, right?"
Yes.
And so you may not have seen her. She lives in Seattle. Okay, you may hear her voice on our Wednesday calls or what have you, but to get to see her in face to face and to know that there's somebody holding for in mind and in their heart the greatest good for you across the nation. Come on, sis.
Wow.
She is your reflection. I'm your reflection. So I get that pet peeve. I really do. And that's the grace that we were talking about of having for them. Okay, you just don't see yourself clearly yet. This isn't for somebody else. This is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This message is for you. So yeah, I can't wait.
I was talking to a young lady today and telling her, I asked her, I said, let me ask you a question. You know, said, don't take offense to this, but let me ask you a question. The man that you're dating, would you want your daughter to bring him home to you?
Well. Well now.
She told me no. I said, well, if he's not good enough for your daughter, he's not good enough for you.
Because you set the standard, Mom.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We don't.
Without
Children
question.
don't listen to what we say half the time. They don't listen to what we say until they get old enough to recognize. Oh, that was some good stuff.
Yeah. I learned
They
that the
follow
hard
what
way.
we do.
Look, I'm learning the hard way.
So I don't know if y'all saw it, but we have a ticket to give away.
Well, of course.
Yes.
Yes,
do.
we
Of
have a
course we
ticket
do.
to give away.
But
So
before that, look, you want to tell them about the event and what to expect?
yeah, I would love to. So check this out. This is for women who can hear the call. The women who can understand that you don't want to be in this alone. You may be in business for yourself. You may be pushing your movement for yourself, but you don't have to do it by yourself. That this is an opportunity for us to collectively, just as we said earlier, collectively move together. So it's September the 13th through the 15th is our homecoming. We're going to be at the Radisson in downtown Baltimore because I know we've got listeners from all over the world.
Yes.
And we're going to be at the Radisson downtown Baltimore. This is your yes if you want to do more, have more, live a better life. This is your yes if you're committed to not just your money growing because it's going to hit a ceiling because you haven't grown. This is your yes if you're willing to say my health is vital. My abundance is necessary. I need a community to help me get there and stay there.
Yes.
This is your yes. So we want you all to come and join us. You can get more information at hwhn.org, hwhn.org. But our Women in Business International family will be sending you updates and emails and letting you know how you can join us. It is a 3-day weekend. And if you are like, Mathina, I don't even know, we made it no excuses. You have an opportunity to join us at least one day at absolutely no cost. And that is for our Whole Woman Expo on that Saturday, September the 14th. And that Sunday, we close out with the Spirit of Woman Brunch. And when I tell you what the sisters have prepared, oh my goodness. So we have our mentors that are going to be with us that weekend. Everyone from our elder mentors, women who have been doing this work for 30, 40, 50 years, who are going to come and share with us. And then we're going to escalate that conversation to those of us looking at my sisters sitting here with me who are the contemporaries, who are going to carry this forward, this message of healing, of growing, of being prosperous. And so you're going to be really excited to have everyone join us. So we'll send you more information, but hwhn.org. And I'm so excited because we have an opportunity to give away a ticket for someone to join us for the whole weekend.
Yes. We are so excited. So Taylor K, I say if they want to win, they need to subscribe to our website and we can do a drawing. We can do a drawing next Tuesday.
Oh, I was going to say the first caller.
First caller, I like that even better.
All right.
So the number is 1-877-479-4473. The first person calls in will win. Look,
check your calendar.
Yes, make sure you're available. It's a free ticket to a 3-day
September.
September 13th through the 15th. Women in Business International will be in the building. We are so excited and we'll be live. So again, first caller calls in tonight, 1-877-479-4473. You will be the lucky winner. Now don't be shy now.
I know. I'm so excited. I think one of the things that I love about it, so like Kalila Wright, if you know her, she's from Mess in the Bottle. And Mess in the Bottle, she's your soror. And she was our sponsor for the 2017 event. She said, absolutely, Mathana, I'm definitely coming back. And I'm like, yes. So she's going to be coming to join us. And we're going to be dripping out this week and moving as we lead up to the conference weekend, who our mentors for the weekend are going to be. If you ever heard of Evoke Life, they are an amazing women's organization. They work with
coming back.
Oh, shucks. We got a caller. Who is it?
Hello?
Hello. This
Hi.
is Women in Business International Radio.
How are you?
We are wonderful.
What's
Can
your name?
You share your name with us?
Tanisha?
Tanasia.
Okay.
Hi, Tanasia. How are you, sis?
Hi, I'm well. Mathana.
Oh,
How
my
are you?
goodness. I know. I was like, I know it's Tanasia, but you know, okay. Hey, Tanasia. Oh, my goodness. It is such a joy to hear your voice. Welcome to the line.
Yours
Are you a
too.
first-time caller to Awesome God Radio, Women in Business International?
Yes, ma'am. It's my first time listening, actually.
Well, guess what? We're going to say congratulations because you have won. You want to tell them?
Absolutely. You want a ticket to join us all 3 days for the Unlimited
Wow.
Dream Weekend. You're going to be joining us absolutely for all 3 days. And guess what? So I didn't say this because I wanted somebody to be bold and to take
Shucks,
action.
man.
Okay.
But that also means that you also have a ticket to our pajama party celebrating 15 years.
yes.
DJ Lady Mysterious is going to be turning it up. Don't worry, the doors are going to be closed. No cameras allowed. No video.
Yes.
Okay? We are having a party. And of course, it includes that Spirit of Woman brunch. So you're going to be there with us all weekend long, Tunisia. I'm so excited. Thank you for supporting my sisters here at Women in Business International Radio and for calling in.
Thank you.
You.
Don't forget to go to our website and sign
subscribe.
up.
Yes, www.wbiradio.org.
Yay.
I
felt
did
so
already.
good. Congratulations.
Yes.
That felt so good. Oh my gosh. Can we do one
You a
more?
natural. Like, you're the winner of a new car.
That felt so good. Like this. Oh my gosh. I love it. I do believe in
said you
peer
wanted to
authority.
do
Yeah,
one
let's
more?
do
You
one
wanna get-
more.
Okay, so
I'm
the
bold.
next
Let's do
caller,
this.
the next caller will also win.
A free ticket.
Yes.
For 3 days. So
Absolutely. Okay, I'm with it.
Thank you so much for calling in, Miss Tanasia.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You have a good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. All right, the number is one.
I love it. That I could hear it. That was her daughter. She was talking to just now. I want to. That was so sweet. I love it. I love it. That was good. Okay, I might be getting a little high and a little
Look,
addicted to this. This is the
bring
last
you back.
ticket.
Giving away. You want to get a pass.
Okay, we're gonna do this.
You're going to get a t-shirt. Look, we're going to bring you back every time we're giving
all
away
right.
stuff. Again, the number is 1-877-479-4473. The next caller is going to be the lucky winner.
Yeah.
Don't be shy, gentlemen. If you're listening and you want to win this for your wife, call on in 1-877-479-4473.
Beautiful. And one of the things that, I didn't say it before, but, you know, when was the last time you get a chance to let loose, to celebrate? Sometimes we have so much, like, who's watching me? What's going on, right?
Right.
But that's what we decided to do. We call it PJs with a Purpose. It's our pajama
Nice.
party. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's like refreshments. It's all those things where you can, and when I tell you, DJ Lady Mysterious is not a game. She is not a game, right? So we're going to have a great time. So the weekend will be a ton of fun, and you all are going to be there and joining us going
we can't
live.
wait.
I got to get
Yes.
some pajamas.
And look,
Yes.
Constance said,
I gotta
and
wear
you
them?
get a ticket. And
You
get
get a ticket.
Oh, my goodness.
Look,
So, yeah.
the box brand look brand new. We got to be styling and
Oh yeah,
our brand.
okay. You know, I'm gonna post in the Women in Business International group of one photo, not in the room. It was outside of the room that we
Okay.
took that with our pajamas, and it actually said no pictures, please. So it was
Right,
so yeah. So I'm
right.
gonna post it in the Women in Business
no
International
pictures.
group. I gotta do
Nice,
it.
nice.
So y'all being shy, y'all don't want to win this ticket. We got about one more minute. Our time is
So-
almost up.
Yes, but while we're doing that, let's go over some comments. So I have Tora Snow said Grace So I think that was back when you were first
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Grace when I was on my way. Then she said that was good. Um, and I said, while I was on my way, yes, preach, sister.
It was some good stuff.
My soror Danielle Green said, "Happy birthday, soror Jones. Enjoy." And she said, "Hi, soror Taylor." And then my other soror said, "Hi, Miss Sunshine." She's talking to you. That is
Oh.
Terry
Oh
Johnson.
yes, hey TJ.
Morgan said, "Go, Miss Nicole." One of my mentees. She's
Oh, I
like
love it.
grown now, but she was one of my
Beautiful.
younger mentees. Christine gave us a heart, and TJ says, "Sister Mathana James Brightful and my sissy Nicole Mosby Taylor."
I feel a little left out, but it's okay.
Yeah, a little
She-
bit.
She didn't mean to.
She didn't mean to. It's
okay.
coming. She's gonna come back and she's gonna post.
She
like,
probably was still typing because they still out celebrating, so they trying to celebrate and watch us at the same time.
All right. We got you.
Listen, before we end the show, we definitely want to say happy early birthday to Katrina Jones, our WBI sister.
Yes.
She will be celebrating her birthday on tomorrow. And she's the owner of Trinity Health Services LLC. And for more information, you can definitely find her on our member directory, Rhonda Blake. She is the co-owner of Didi Hair Studio. It's a partnership with her and her daughter, and her birthday is also on tomorrow, July 17th. And yeah, I think that's all the birthdays we got coming up right now. And then August.
Miss Vonda.
Right, I just mentioned her. Vonda Blake.
Oh,
Didi Hair
yeah.
Studio.
Gotcha.
Where was you at, Tim?
I'm thinking, earlier you said Rhonda.
No, I said
And
Vonda.
I said, that's why I said, no, Rhonda birthday's in October.
I said Vonda.
Now I got you.
So yeah, so those two queens, we're gonna be blowing up Facebook with happy birthday wishes.
Oh. Don't we have a sister about to have her, she's having her open house for her new child care? Did you mention that?
It's on July the 27th, and the name of her center is Higher Heights Educational Center.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's our sister Renee Rogers, and we will share the location details with you on next week once we get the flyer, all that good stuff. But yeah, save the date, mark your calendars, July 27th. Higher Heights Education Center is having their grand opening.
And then I want to shout out one of our biggest supporters and sponsors, which is Smooth Flicks Banquet Hall. Did we show his flyer?
Smooth Flicks /7 Reasons. They're located at 12 North Calvert Street. They have two awesome venues in one, and they are amazing. The food is delicious. And tell them WBI sent you.
Yes. Did we show his flyer?
I don't think we had the flyer up today.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to our dear friends over at Smooth Flicks /7 Reasons. Well, I guess nobody else want to win tonight.
Oh my goodness. So we're gonna call Tanisha one. I'm excited. Welcome. I'm excited that you all are gonna be there joining us that weekend, going live
Yes.
and sharing some of the goodness that's gonna be happening. I promise you, I'm having phone calls every other day about amazing partnerships. Like today, we just talked to Tiffany Gill from Black Girls Unscripted. They're gonna be with us, and they're gonna be in the space. So I'm just really excited as we drip this out a little bit more and welcome women into the community. And I thank you all for letting me be here. Thank you everyone who is watching, as well as those who are playing full out with us and commenting. I think Constance stole the show with her comments, so thank you so much, Constance. I see the love. I'm finally looking at it, and Constance gave you a huge shout out, Kira. She said, "Go, Kira. Hey,
Thank you,
boo.
Constance.
Hey."
Now I'm feeling slighted.
Somebody-
Constance
somebody-
didn't say nothing about
Somebody
me.
loves me.
So it's been amazing. Thank you all so much for having me. It's been truly a joy.
Yes. And how can people get in contact with you?
So I want you to go ahead and go to hwhn.org. You'll get all of the information about the upcoming events and who Heal Women to Heal Nation is and the work that we're doing in the universe. And yes, we got to amplify. And also, if you want to follow me personally, I'm at Mathina in all things. I'll spell that for you. It's MOTHYNA MOTHYNA, and I would say real fast, MOTHYNA.
And let me say this: if you are looking for a phenomenal speaker, look no further.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Yeah, it's my joy.
Amazing.
So I would to go and tag you and to tag Monakia, and I'm like, Monakia. Here I am Shakira. Just like my whole name. I'm like, oh, look at that name. Oh, just simple. Like, that's my name. That's who I am. But clearly, I don't think I've ever met another Mafana or another Monakia.
Right, exactly. And then we had the nerve to be doing stuff together. Everybody like, the one with the M, the one with the okay, y'all.
Yes. All right. Well, our time is up. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday right here to Women in Business International Radio. We will have special guest Camille Butler. She's going to be on the show. We're super, super excited. If you miss out on any of the episodes, you can always catch the replay on our WBI Women in Business International Facebook page. We are on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe, Women in Business International. And you can always catch the replay right here on Awesome God Radio on Thursdays at 3 p.m.
Yes. So I guess that brings us to a close. I don't want to leave. I'm having so much fun.
Yes.
But so we always say our closing motto, which is individually we can do great things, but collectively we can forever change the world by Nick Mosby. So don't forget to tune in right here on Awesome God Radio, Women in Business International Radio.
Oh, no. You're supposed to take the low and I take the high.
Oh, okay. But because I can't sing, I don't need to take neither one. I'll just be honest with you. So tune in next Tuesday, 8 p.m. right here on Women in Business International Radio.
Have a good night. Hello. I am Shakira Johnson.
And this is Taylor Kay on the mic.
And we are Women in Business International Radio. Be sure to tune in each and every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here on Awesome God Radio.
And also check out our website at www